Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Carshénah with versefilmsproductions, and this is SCREAMTOBER. I'll be doing a video a day for 31 days up into Halloween, so let's get started.
Welcome to versefilmsproductions annual SCREAMTOBER here on our horror channel. I'm your host, Carshénah, and I've got 31 days to get you in the mood for Halloween. Join me as I share a video a day with a new theme each week that you will find scary, haunting, and sometimes just plain fun. Let's get into it. Tomb of Torture, 1963. Streaming free on YouTube. Arriving at a remote castle, a physician attempting to treat his daughter's strange dreams looks to use the area to do so. And while she deals with the revelation of being an identical figure to a woman who used to live there, the Countess, she finds herself targeted by a monstrous figure inside. This Italian Gothic horror film is very slow, and the bulk of the film consists of not a lot of interesting things happening. Tomb of Torture takes place mostly in and around an old Gothic castle. The film gets off to a fairly good start as we get treated to a macabre sequence that sees two girls tortured to death. The plot then takes a familiar turn, but the focus still remains on the eerie castle from the beginning. The black and white cinematography is undoubtedly one of the best things about this film and helps it immensely when it comes to the atmosphere. This bodes well with the eerie castle, as well as the shots of the torture, which is expected considering the title, including a comic relief doctor, an Indian, and a bumbling journalist who talk a lot about who killed who and a treasure buried on the estate. The acting is passable, but nothing to write home about, with all the leads doing their job and not much more. It takes a long time, or at least it seems to, before the ending is finally upon us. The other detriment to the film is the somewhat unnecessary confusion that arises when trying to figure out what's going on within the film. The whole purpose of the trip to the castle to cure her of this condition is completely glossed over and makes no sense, especially once the doppelganger issue comes about that further muddles everything. That also extends to the issue of the treasure hunters looking throughout the castle for the hidden money, which is very little spelled out as to what their goal is, so it all makes for a rather confusing time, trying to make sense of it all. The mad Countess Elizabeth dresses up in knight's armor and orders Hugo, the disfigured henchman, around, cracking a whip. There's also a laughing skeleton and a bizarre enema joke. Combined with low-budget effects, the film is directed by Antonio Boccacci and also doubles up as his only directing credit. If you like the macabre and schlocky in movies, then this film is for you.